You are my familiar faces, so you already know how I get down and how this all goes down. My name is Hustle Mama, aka Dr. Stefany, and my entire life's work is about supporting and helping entrepreneurs, especially women who hustle, who help unite, share, teach, lead, and empower their families, communities, and the world. Help entrepreneurs build portfolios of digital real estate, which are digital assets, so that they can set it and forget it, put it on autopilot, and earn multiple streams of passive income so that they can go do their business and their services and their mission work and do everything they want to do with a peace of mind, and knowing that not just the work that they're doing is bringing in revenue and earning them a living, but that they have other things that are working in the background on their behalf that are also monetized and are also bringing in money. Now, are you going to make $1 million? You can absolutely make $1 million, but are you going to make $1 million? I don't know what you're going to do, because I don't know if you're going to follow the program. I don't know if you're going to follow the suggestions, the recipes, and listen. And I don't know how much effort you're going to put into it. However, can you make $1 million? OMG, can you ever? Okay. And once I saw how much money people were making, I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. I got to get in on this and see how this is working. And then, of course, you know me, I'm Hustle Mama. I take it to the next level. So whatever I learn how to do, and I learn how to hack so that it can become, I think, something even more than the person who invented it or brought it out in the first place thought it could be. So hopefully you have your pieces of paper and your pens ready. I'll give you a few seconds to get that together. If you don't, if this is your first time in my room, I'm going to try not to go fast and furious, which is my MO. If you're not connected to me on Facebook, please join the Hustle Mama Tribe. We're in the middle of a membership drive. Actually, we're in the last almost like 26 hours left for you to invite members and friends and entrepreneurs that you believe would benefit from my content and my work and my teachings. And our grand prize giveaway is more than $16,000 in monetary value for products, services, gifts, and a wild card, and equipment, actually. And equipment also. I bought some equipment with my own money. Okay, so let's get into the digital empire. Okay, so what is a digital empire? To me, we are building empires, okay? You're not building a business. You're not working by the sweat of your brow. You don't have a side hustle for life, okay? What you are doing is building an empire. And the reason why you have to have an empire state of mind is because you're building generational wealth for your children's children's children, okay? And that's the way it works. You're not working this hard to leave a couple of dollars and have it go to your estate and then chopped by the IRS. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is building an empire of digital assets and real estate so that, number one, your children can earn the money that you have worked hard to provide even after you're gone, okay? Number two, so that you can provide value, your gifts, your skills, your talents, your callings, everything God has given you to do for humanity, and not just the people who are alive to hear and connect and, you know, transact with you, okay? And digital empires are exactly how you do it. How many books are you reading from the 1800s, 1900s, 1920s, 30s, 40s? You weren't there around back then, but their work still remains. And what we're building is going to be your work and your value, and your products and service still remaining. Now watch how deep this goes. Hold on one second. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God. Whew. Okay, so if this is your first time with me, you will know that I will stop and interject, because everything I do is with the Spirit of God inside of me. This is me operating in my gift, performing my life's work and my life's ministry, and teaching and showing you how to do what God has revealed and given me the acquiesce to perform and do. So every once in a while, I'll be interrupted, because when God speaks, I don't speak, I receive. And then I pass that information on to you as part of my presentation sometimes. Sometimes. Okay. So what the implications of this, first I need you to know the implications, because unless I paint the picture for you and show you just how big this can be, you're not going to listen to anything else I say. You're going to let it go in one ear out the other, and be like, yeah. But let me explain something to you. I promise you with everything in my being that you have never met nor will ever meet an entrepreneur like me, because I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and there is only one hustle mama, Dr. Stefany Jones. The same way your customers will only meet you, and only one of you. There is only one of you. I don't care how many people are doing what you do. There is only one of you that does what you do, how you do it, with the way you do it, with the way you mix it, with the way you present it, with the way you make it pop, okay? So there's no such thing as competition. I don't have competitors. I have people who compete in the space of the topic that I teach, but I don't have any competition, okay? I don't have any competitors. The other thing is, you have to understand that because you are fearfully and wonderfully made, because you are unique, because there's only one you should never look to the left or the right at what anyone else is doing, what anyone else is performing, and only just stay the course of what God has given you in your dreams, in your visions, in your heart's desires, and those things that make you go, okay? So that's what we're focused on. Now, the implications of building this empire are insane. So let me paint the picture for you. Thank you, Father. Hold on one second. Okay, so let me tell you why you have to do this and why I teach this, and I'm so passionate about it. A lot of times I'm in my 50s and I worked in corporate America. I had a big job. I was a big Willie back in my days. And I was a big Willie at 30 years old. Didn't even know how big I was. And I was driving fancy cars. I had big houses. I was living, I think, in I was living in $1 million neighborhood when I was 30. About 28, I think I bought the house. Yeah, all that stuff. Designer clothes, designer shoes. You couldn't tell me I didn't know. I knew my stuff. I was making 6 figures. I was working, making it pop. And then the bottom fell out, okay? The bottom fell out. So when the bottom fell out, believe it or not, I was grateful. I had enough money to sustain my very expensive lifestyle for 2 years. So I was able to live in my house and pay that $3,000 a month mortgage for 2 years. Now you just think, I'm 50. I had a $3,000 a month mortgage 20 years ago. So that just gives you the scale of finances, right? And then my house was being foreclosed on, and I was losing my house, okay? So I'm losing my house in my $1 million neighborhood. The market has changed, lost my job, but I had enough for 2 years. And I just wanted the 2 years so my children could graduate from the high school in the neighborhood that I had worked so hard to allow them to attend. And that was my prayer to God. And guess what? He did it. And then I didn't have my house foreclosed on. Well, once your house goes into foreclosure, it goes into foreclosure. But I was able to short sell my house. So I short sold my house, and I short sold my house, and I sold it for like $100,000 or $200,000 less than the value. And I lost that money because I had put down like $100,000 when I bought it. So that tells you the kinds of hardship I had experienced. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because when the bottom comes out of whatever you're putting your heart and soul and everything into, you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have a plan B. You're going to have to be able to react. And sometimes you're not equipped mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially able to do that. So that is why I'm passionate about teaching digital real estate, digital assets, digital portfolios, digital empires. Because let me tell you something. If you ever lose your main gig, your business, if things ever change, that digital real estate is yours to keep, okay? I don't care what happens. Your audience is yours to keep. Your assets are yours to keep. You are already being monetized, and you can take whatever money you've earned and, revamp, readjust. And that is why I'm passionate about the digital empire. And that is why I am emphatic about how to do it and how you do it. Now, let me explain something to you. If you're in my Facebook group and you sent me a DM, I can't respond to you. Okay. So now let me tell you, I'm in Facebook jail, and I thought I had gotten out. I sent 5 messages this morning to respond. They shut me down again. So let me tell you what that means. That means last week when Facebook did its algorithm change, which they did, if you didn't notice, if you have groups, you do notice. So they changed their algorithm. So now you can't go on the inbox and DM. I have family members. I couldn't even send them messages. These are not new people, new messages, other boxes. I can't send them anything. Then I went into my group and I was responding and placing the link for people who wanted more information, shut me down. After I made a couple of them, I think I did like 10 or 20, can't comment anymore. I'm blocked from commenting in my own Facebook group. 2 weeks ago, I couldn't even post in my own Facebook group. So what does that tell you? That tells you that at the end of the day, Facebook doesn't belong to you, me, or any of us. That means at the end of the day, I don't care how many people you have in your group, how many people you have on your fan page, how many people you have on your fans list or personal page. It does not matter. The content, the assets belong to Facebook. They don't belong to you. Okay. This asset belongs to Clubhouse. It doesn't belong to us. You know how many people are now not even notified that I go live and I'm teaching? My numbers used to be in the hundreds. Now they're 20. But guess what? I don't care. It's a ministry. If one person is in here and I'm able to teach them something and bless their lives, my job is done. Now, I'm sorry there aren't other people in here. My hope is that you guys will be pinging people into the room while you're in here so other people can glean and get my content, and I be blessed as I'm blessing others, So yeah, go ahead and add some people and ping them into the room. Okay, so here's the thing. So now that Facebook has shut me down, I can't comment on my own threads in the group. I can't do DMs. So what does that mean? That means that hopefully I have access to my group members outside of Facebook. And do I? Let's see. I have 3,000 people in the group, and I have about 600 of those 3,000 on my list. So that means no. And guess what? Now that I'm sending stuff, can they get some of the stuff that I want to give them? No, because they're not on my email list, right? So if they didn't sign up on my email list, they're missing out. But guess what? You can't help that, because if you ask people to sign up on your email list and they don't, that's not your loss. That's really their loss, right? So what you're going to do is look to build an infrastructure for your business that's digitally based outside of the system. Okay. You can't exist inside of a system and then think that you can build wealth at your own rate, speed, and on your own terms. Because at the end of the day, you are part of a system, right? So even with our computers, our technology, you had, look, how many people have lost their email addresses, lost their contacts list, has upgraded their phone and then lost everything? Come on, you've been through it. Okay. But if you have an external hard drive, you can download all the information. Everybody's doing these cloud drives. What if the cloud suddenly disappears? All your content disappears with it, right? That's why I'm a fan of external hard drives. External hard drives protect all of your documents, files, and information you load down. So I have cloud drives, don't get me wrong, because they take up a lot of space. I have cloud drives, but guess what, baby? I've got hard drives too. So when something gets lost, I can go to the hard drive and look for it. Okay, so let's talk about building your digital empire and creating an infrastructure for your business, product, or service, or the things that you provide, so that you can move away and outside of the system so that you can monetize and operate and generate revenue. Okay, so that you're not at anyone else's disposal. I tell people all the time, Like you build these websites on these third-party service providers. What if they go out of business? Oh, Wix is big. They're not going out of business. Huh. You don't know how many big willies go out of business. You don't know. Oh, they ain't going nowhere. They've been around for years. Okay, but what if their CEO says walk away and they take the money and run and close it down or sell it to somebody else and that somebody else then charges you double what you've been paying? Like you never know. So you always want to, number one, have your own self-hosted website. Now, does that mean that the people where you're hosting your website could shut down too? Absolutely. Anybody can shut down. You could shut down and tomorrow decide you don't want to do this anymore. Listen, people walk away from marriages after 30 years with no explanation, just walk out the door with a bag pack. So, of course, any business is subject to shut down. However, when you own your own self-hosted website and managed website, you get backups for that site. You have backup files and you can have your website outside of the environment in a hard drive, in a cloud storage, in whatever you want to store it, so that if anything ever goes down and you got to switch providers, whoop, there it is. You got a backup of your site. Click, 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 upload, and your site is ready to go. Okay. So that's the first thing. You want to make sure that you have a self-hosted website. I know I go hard for WordPress. Everybody knows I go hard for WordPress. I go hard for WordPress because WordPress is the only, not one of, the only, not one of, but the only platform, number one, that's most used on the planet, but number two, that has the capabilities and the abilities to build multiple streams of income from one source, one place. Okay. WordPress is the only one. Now you have all these new companies coming out where that's what everybody's trying to duplicate now, right? So there's companies like Builderall, which gives you this whole entire suite. Do unlimited websites, unlimited funnels, unlimited this, unlimited that for like $70 a month, blah, 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 blah. So everybody's trying to give you your one-stop shop, click and build. I even had joined Builderall and I had the maximum plan. I was actually grandfathered in before they started all those exorbitant prices. I cut it off. I was with it for like 6-7 months. It was a waste of my money. Okay. Because everything is trying to do, or it is done and built, WordPress already does. And you can get your WordPress site for free, or you could buy a template one time from $10 to $60 for life. And then you're just paying your hosting. The one thing about things like Builderall and these third-party providers, you got to do everything in their platform. That is a very dangerous thing, people. It's very dangerous to have to do things in other people's platforms, because if they decide to pack up and roll out, you're done. So, and guess what? You can't help it. Now, don't get me wrong. I use other platforms all the time. I think I've got about one, four, I think about 850 platforms that I use. 850. But I own 1,700, actually I own 1,800 websites now. I'm up to 1,800. So I own 1,800 websites and I use about 850 platforms. But I have to run my business because that's what I do. But you don't need that. So you can use 1, 2, 3, or 4 platforms that work for you and build the entire infrastructure in WordPress using plugins. Now, people say, I don't like plugins because there's always a problem. There's no problem if you update the plugins. It just means that you have to update the plugins. How do you update the plugins? You click a button and say update, and it spins and it updates. That's it. You can even put plugins on auto update and never have to update them. Just never update your theme. Ugh, let me just say hashtag been there, done that, lost my site. Don't do that. Okay, so in building a digital empire, you want to have a self-hosted website. There are tons of providers. You can host with GoDaddy. I don't. You can host Zilla. Hostzilla is a hosting company. Ionos is a company. Namecheap has hosting. Everybody's got your hosting. Even WordPress has hosting. WordPress.com hosts their website. I wouldn't use any of them. I use SiteGround. Some people use Bluehost. I used Bluehost for about 18 years. I used Ionos for about 18 years. But I still use Ionos because Ionos is the bomb. Okay. I love Ionos, but you have to kind of have a little bit of knowledge, IT knowledge to do it. And I've used Bluehost. I don't like Bluehost. Bluehost in the past 3 or 4 years has really become less than desirable, and it's not easily accessible. And their customer service is great, but they're always trying to upsell you and make more money off of you, and they piecemeal you, and that's not good. I use SiteGround. I refer to SiteGround. I'm an affiliate for SiteGround. I love SiteGround. The way I champion WordPress, I champion SiteGround. Now look at this. I have my own hosting company. So people who host with me, they're mostly my clients. I used to be a web developer. I used to develop websites. So when people get websites with me, if they host with me, they get free upsides, right? So what they end up doing is they get technical support and all that stuff. So yeah. But anyway, so you can use SiteGround, you can use Namecheap, Namebright, Hostzilla, Ionos, which is Ionos.com. You can use Bluehost. You can use whatever floats your boat. Okay, so go onto them and see what their offers are, see how much they cost. And you definitely want a self-hosted site because then you own your site. Your site is yours. You can manipulate your site. You can keep your files. You can download your site. You can do everything you want. And if it's WordPress, when it's WordPress, you can build 10 streams of income just using plugins. You can go all the way from delivering digital products such as ebooks, e-courses, all in the platform. Blogging, affiliate marketing. You can do sales funnels, lead pages, all of those things. Manage your subscription list, do newsletters, do magazines. You can even do membership programs, all in your WordPress login back-end dashboard. It gets no better than that. You can do videos. You can have your own network. You can run radio stations. You can run social media growth. You can do everything through there. And that is why I'm such an advocate for it. Is it difficult to build a WordPress site? It can be if you're not using the click and build template offers, but they have click and build templates. SiteGround offers a click and build template where you just go to the templates, choose the one you want, click it, switch out the pictures, switch out the content, and you've got your website. If you want something customized and different and you want to alleviate the stress, you can hire someone to build the website. This is the thing. Don't hire anyone that's going to build you a Wix website. You're paying for someone to build your site who's putting it on a third-party platform. And guess what? They're using Wix templates to do it, okay? So they're basically building your site in about 2 hours, telling you they take in 2 weeks, getting all the information from you, and you can't even take your site with you. So if you're going to use Wix, build your own site. If you're going to have someone build your site, get a WordPress site and make them do the work. Make them do the work. Okay. I had a client who was like, she was in my rooms and I was teaching her. She said, I went to my developer. I already paid her. I told her I wanted a WordPress site and she was giving me pushback to go with Wix. I said, that's because she's using a template. Now go back and tell her you want a WordPress. She could use a WordPress template. Pushback. Finally, the developer admitted she didn't know how to build websites and gave the girl her money back. You know why? Because she didn't know how to build websites. She just knew how to click and build in a template. When you have these people building your websites, you better know somebody who knows how to build websites. Everybody that says they build websites does not know how to build websites, right? So here's the thing. When I said I have my own web development company, I didn't know how to build websites like that. I knew how to do little stuff. It was me and my developers. I have developers that build code, PHP, JavaScript. So when you're hiring these people to build your websites, make sure they build websites and they don't use templates. And you have to ask them, are you using click and build templates? Now, listen, developers use templates too, but developers use templates, which is called WordPress frameworks, right? So they use the template and they make the site look the way the template looks, but they're using code to do it. And when they use code to do it, that means they can put everything the way you want, the colors you want, the functionality you want. You want your menu jumping out on the screen like little bunny hops on the screen, whatever it is, okay? Those are customizations that only developers can do as someone who's building your site knows how to do if they build websites. So when people say they're building a site, you be careful of that, okay? You're getting a site for $100, baby. You're getting a click and build template, okay? So know that. Even the sites that my developer builds are very dirt cheap for what he provides, but they're dirt cheap because they're in my Hustle Mama tribe. They're only for my people. They're only for my audience. Okay. So I bless the people who bless me. People bless me by being in my community, by gleaning off of my information. They support my purchases. They support my products. They support my events. Oh, I'm supporting their business. So he knocks it 50% in half. And this is not a plug for him. I'm just telling you why it's the price it is. Because actually we're filled. Okay. So there's a waiting list. But yeah, so make sure you do that. The second thing you want to make sure with your website is the CMS, the content management system. You want to make sure that you have access to every single person who signs up, who registers, who gives you their email address. That is your power. Do not get with these third-party service hosts and providers if you cannot control your email list. You have to make sure that they allow you to download in a CSV file, okay? Because you can't always, all right, if they download PDF only, that's a mess, honey. You're going to have to manually enter all the data. If they only download Excel spreadsheets, sometimes depending on which Excel version can be converted to a .csv file. Some Excels cannot be converted. Okay, so you'll have to go through a conversion software to convert the Excel file to a CSV file. But make sure no matter what, do not ever join anything for your website where you can't control your data. So if you can't have access to the people who click subscribe or click join or give you their email address, you don't want no parts of it because they're retaining the data. They're taking, well, not taking, but they're taking control of the data and they're not making it available to you. So basically the people who sign up are going into their content management system and not yours. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is make sure you control your content, control your email list. I always promote MailChimp. No, I'm not an affiliate, but I promote MailChimp as a good start for people who don't know what they're doing and are just starting out because they give you a free plan. So you can add up to 500 names for free, send them 2,000 emails a month. And MailChimp has lead pages, it has shop pages, and you can build your whole infrastructure off of MailChimp for free. So I do that. I teach people to start with MailChimp. You know, when you get bigger and you have more money coming in, you can go to GetResponse, ConvertKit, Aweber, SendFox, MailPoet, whatever. I actually use 6 different email providers and I have my own server, so I don't need an email provider. But I use different ones for different things, for different websites, for different campaigns. And when you start offering products and services and your courses and your books, because this is what I'm teaching you, then you'll have different providers as well that work for you. Now, there are other infrastructures that you can put into play with your business when you blog. So the next thing is to blog. You have to blog. If you want to rank and index in Google, if you want to get your eyes in front of new customers who need, want, and have to have what you provide, you have to blog. And the reason why you have to blog is number one, your blogging is your digital empire, y'all. That's it. The other stuff is just on autopilot, but your digital empire is your blog. And that is because once your blog is there and it's indexed, it never goes away. It's there forever. 30 years from now, you're dead, your blog is still alive. You're selling stuff through your blog, you have affiliate links, you have products, they're still making money. You're dead, your kids are getting that money. You get my drift? You understand? So that is why the key to your digital empire is your blog. The #1 blogging platform on the planet is WordPress. The #1 blogging platform on the planet that allows you to have other streams of income is WordPress. So you're going to make sure you have a self-hosted site. You're going to make sure you have a WordPress site. You're going to make sure you control your content management system, which are your subscribers. WordPress takes subscribers, everyone who joins your site, everyone who reads your blog, everyone who wants to subscribe. Then you can have an external provider like MailChimp. You can connect your MailChimp to your WordPress. You can connect your Get Response, your ConvertKit, your SendFox, your MailPort. All of those integrate with WordPress. Why do the big boys integrate with WordPress? Because they know WordPress is the most widely used platform. They don't build their software without integrating it into having the ability to integrate into WordPress. And there's a reason for that. Okay. So you want to make sure that you always control your email list, your subscriber list, and don't just leave them on your desktop, because if your computer crashes, you lose it. You want to save it into your cloud drive. You want to save it into your hard drive, your external hard drive. Oh, if you don't, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a business, I don't care what kind of business it is, I don't care if you're not into digital real estate. If you don't have an external hard drive and you're operating on a laptop or a desktop computer, you're making a big mistake. Go to Amazon, pay the $50 or whatever kind of computer you have. I have a Mac, so I have to get one that's compatible with Mac. Go get you a hard drive as soon as possible and download and drag all of your folders and files to the hard drive immediately so that you have a backup. I don't care if you do have a cloud backup, have an external hard drive, because guess what else? Let's just say, I'm just saying, let's just say it's the end of the world and all of the technology does a blink and let's say the internet crashes completely. You got all your data on your hard drive. So you can actually operate your computer with your hard drive, whether you have internet or not. So if you go to a country where there's no internet connection, you can still do work from your hard drive and your laptop. And that's why you want to do that. Okay. So then, oh, wait, before I go any further, are there any questions? Okay, so the next thing you want to make sure you do, okay, so we have self-host your website, make sure you have a WordPress website, make sure you have access and control of your email list, subscriber list, your content management system. And yes, WordPress does allow you to download and export every single person who signs up on your list. Just make sure you're deleting all of the trash, the bots, the garbage, the spam emails first, so you don't have that on your list. Or you can use what's called an email scrubber. Email scrubbers are platforms where you can upload your email list and you can actually find out if people have given you a dummy email address. And that way you're not sending them any email addresses to dummy or spam or blacklisted emails, okay? Email scrubbers, you can Google it. Okay. And sometimes they're called email scrapers, SCRAPERS, okay? You can also Google that and get one of those. Okay. And then the next thing you want to do is, from your blog, of course, is create all of your digital real estate, which are your ebooks, your checklists, your guides, your courses, your webinars, your merchandise. You can do all of that through WordPress. And even membership programs, if you want to have a membership program for your community. I'm starting a subscription service. It starts next week. So what I'm doing is I'm moving everyone who wants to be in my environment from Facebook into my subscription service. And yes, there's a free version. Yeah, because, you know, I can't take this chance anymore now that I can't inbox anybody or return any messages on Facebook. Now I can't even comment on threads. And a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't even post in my own group. So what is that telling me? That's God telling me, okay, Stefany, you see this? You see this? Okay, I'm gonna need you to do this. And guess what? I'm there. I'm there because I'm not depending on any systems to house, support, or keep my business afloat, nor should you. Nor should you. Now, the next thing to building a digital empire, what you want to do is make sure that you have all of your passwords and login information and websites, type it up, print it out, handwrite it. I don't care what you do with it. Make sure you have an external document with all of that information so that you always have it. Okay. And then, you know, it sounds gloomy. Okay. But let's just say you die and you have an estate, you have a will, you have a living will, you have a, what is it? I forgot what it's called. An attorney. I'm not forgetting that, but oh, executor. You have an executor of your estate with all of your documents that you have. Put the passwords and the logins, your PayPal, your Stripe, your Paygate, your email address, all of that with it, because God forbid if something happens to you, all of your sites, all of your affiliate stuff, everything's on autopilot. It's still going to make money. It's still going to make money even after you die. So you want your kids and your family members or whoever you're bequeathing everything to get that revenue and get those checks, okay, that come into your estate. And then because what happens is, if you, a lot of people, I get paid on, what is it, direct deposit, electronic draft, or whatever. If you pass away, your bank accounts are going to close and that money's going to go back, and then it goes into unclaimed funds treasury. You ever heard of that? Unclaimed funds treasury? Right. So you never want that to happen. So make sure that you're establishing like a bank account in the estate of, right? Like they set up the bank account, you give those instructions in the estate of, they'll convert your bank account to an estate account, and then it can get all the monies for your kids and your family members, because you're building a digital empire and it's going to be on autopilot. Okay. So you're going now to the ebooks, the checklist, the guides, the courses, the webinars, all that stuff, your own radio, your own television, integrating into social media, all that stuff. So how do you deliver it? Okay, so you can deliver directly through providers like Samcart, Kajabi. Kajabi's really expensive. I don't use Kajabi, but Kajabi's a great platform for people who like to talk on video and show on video and teach on video, which is what I do. But I don't use Kajabi because I'm very uh thrifty with my money. Nah, yeah, I am. I'm a money conscious person. I'm a money conscious person. Like I said, remember I hit hard times. My house got foreclosed on, all that stuff. So I'm very adamant about doing the right thing with my money. And I believe that in becoming a better steward over my money, it attracted more money into my life. So I'm a stickler for that. So right now I have not made the leap to Kajabi because I can't see justify spending the money when I can provide the same thing for less. But you have Teachable, you can do your courses on, but WordPress actually gives you a plugin where you can offer and deliver courses all on your own through your WordPress panel. So you don't have to pay the $150 a month for Kajabi. You don't have to pay, I think Teachable went up. I think it's like $39 or $69 a month or whatever it is. You don't have to do all of that. The same thing with Lead Pages. I have a Lead Pages account because I have so many websites, but you don't have to pay the money that Lead Pages charges you if you don't want to. If you want to, that's fine. But you can also create landing pages through your WordPress. So really understand that WordPress becomes your one-stop shop to delivering in the digital market in a digital age to your audience, so that you're free to just go ahead and run your business and do all the things you love to do. And yes, for some people, I understand WordPress is a headache, but the bottom line is once you build it and you go through the headache and you make it through, you'll be easy breezy. It's on set it and forget it. You don't have to do it anymore. Now, I don't think that anybody would expect to build a digital empire and not do the work, not have to do the work. It doesn't say do no work, real easy, be a millionaire tomorrow using digital. No, you got to do the work. And then if you don't want to build your site and take the time, if time is money to you, then just pay somebody to do your site. If you need somebody, you can go in a group. He charges $350 for 5 pages. If you want e-commerce and products, 7 pages, he charges $500. That's 50% off. So just bite the bullet and have somebody do it for you so you can just rock in and log in and do what you want. The next thing you want to make sure that you're doing is getting the digital products to your provider, your consumers, and that you understand that people may share your content. They may take your content. It's like that. And that's the way it is. Okay. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't get your panties in a bunch over someone. People steal from me all the time. Okay. Steal from me all the time. I'm like, yo, you didn't even create that. That's me. That's my saying. That's my slogan. I made it up. No, don't tell me God gave it to you because he gave it to me a long time ago. It's in my book. It's published. So, but guess what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. You just keep talking to the audience you're talking to. You just keep putting out those digital assets that you're putting out and don't worry about it. Now, let's get on the investor side of your digital empire. Now, if you were in a group this week, you saw that I was talking about domain names and the domain name game and how to flip and how to buy a domain and have an asset that already has given you an ROI from the moment you click buy. Okay. Don't go crazy with that, please. Buy the domain names, get you a little portfolio. The reason why I love teaching domain names is because there are people out here who can't afford to buy houses, but always wanted to be in real estate. There are people out here who always wanted to have a real estate portfolio or do and want to do something else. Guess what? Digital real estate is just as valuable as real estate and natural real estate because there's only one address at a time that can be sold. It's even more so if you ask me. I mean, you ain't heard it from me, but I'm going to say the digital real estate gives you a better ROI than real estate and real property. Don't shoot me, real estate brokers. I'm into real estate too. I have real property too, but I'm just talking about for the people who cannot afford, who don't have the ability to get mortgage loans, who don't have business credit and can't buy it, who don't have good FICO scores. Digital real estate is a perfect option for you. And when you buy this digital real estate, make sure you're not buying names like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Ain't nobody spelling that, and people can't even say it. You ain't got time to spell it. They don't know what it means, and they're going to keep it moving. That is not an asset that will render great rewards for you. Instead, always keep it sweet, keep it short, keep it simple. And if you can, use .com first, second, third, fourth, and then .net, and then .info, US, org, and all that good stuff. And you will see a return on your investment. Now, if you want, make sure that you're in my group. I put up a video about digital domains. I have several videos up about it. I'm actually teaching a course. My $200 course is $170 off. So it's only $27 for my $200 course. And you will get everything that the $200 course gets. So you'll get the resources, the checklist, my behind the scenes boss sauce. Yes, I always have boss sauce and I always have hacks. And I'm even going to show you how you can get the domain before it even hits the market. Okay, before it goes to market to say it's available, you can actually buy it, which is how most of us, people like me who are third-party providers, people who are in the domain game, there are people who own thousands and thousands. I own 1,800. Baby, that ain't even nothing. There are people who own 20 and 30,000 domains. Why do you think that is? You just think about it. Let's just say you make $1 a day off your domains. Just $1. Just $1. That's $30,000 a day. Okay? Just $1. That's $1,800 a day. Y'all heard? Okay. Just $1. Even if it's 50 cents. Okay? So, but you can't get crazy and willy-nilly style. There's a method to it. There's a formula to it. And there's wisdom to it. So if you're available, go ahead and get in there on the class. It's going to be tomorrow night, Friday night, and then I'm doing another one Saturday morning. It's the exact same class. I only did 2 times because some people can't do nighttime, some people can't do mornings, whatever. And you get the replays. I shouldn't have given the replays for no $27, but I did. So even if you can't make it, you buy it at $27, you can get the replay, whether you're there or not. The price is going up. I'm going to tell you right now. What happens with me is after I conduct a class, anytime I do a class, that price is never there again, no matter what the class is. So if the class is $50, even if you register, by the time the class is over, it's $100. That's how I make my money. That's how I'm going to teach you how to make money. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do everything that I do. Okay. And that I teach you, I'm going to teach you everything that I do so that you can make money too. Okay, it's commerce, it's transactions. We are in a give and take, a reap and sow society. Okay, so I give away probably, I would say 90% of my content I give away for free. 10% I charge for. I do. 90% I give away for free, 10% I charge for. Okay, so That's just the way it is. It's life. I have to feed my family and leave my generational wealth. And the Bible told me not to cast my pearls before swine. He told you not to cast your pearls before swine. If you give away everything for free, then you are casting the gifts, the skills, the talents, and everything God has given you before swine. That means because swine will just take, and never give back. Okay. So if you are giving away for free, there's no room for people to give back. There's no room for people to glean. So God can't keep blessing you with things if you do not become a good steward and exercise wisdom over those things. Okay. So what will happen is, even if you can't make the class, get it while it's $27, because as soon as the class is over on Saturday, the coupon code gets removed and replays will be sold at double the amount. And then after about 90 days, double the amount. And then after 90 days, double the amount. And you're going to be doing the same thing for your business. Okay. So make sure you do that if you're interested in flipping domains. The next thing you want to do in creating your digital empire, and the one thing you want to ensure, is that you always have ads in everything you do. Now, you don't want to burden your consumers with a whole bunch of ads. Please don't go crazy and give 3 lines of content and 20 ads. That's insane, okay? That's a lack mentality. That's a desperation mood, okay, mode. And that's like a lack mindset, okay? So just make sure you have 1 ad or 2 in every piece of content that you produce. So you say, well, how do I have an ad and everything? You're always going to share a link. Always share a link. People are posting up in social media, Instagram, all these pictures and these selfies. Okay, take your selfie. Talk about you and your boo, but share a link at the same time. Yo, click that link in my bio. Click that link in those comments. Always market your products or anything that you're an affiliate for, so that you can always have an opportunity to get a sale. 10 people may say no, but 1 person may be looking for just the thing you're providing. But if you don't have the link up, you're losing that 1 person. And your posts in social media are staying there forever. So make sure you're always providing a link, and you've got your affiliate links and your ads in place. If you don't have ads, you got products, right? That's why I say always do the merchandise, because you can sell your own product. Your own product is an ad. Your own book is an ad. Your own course is an ad. I'm an insurance broker, right? So don't you think my insurance brokerage ad is going to be put on everything that I do? Well, at least the things that are comparable and appropriate. People always need insurance. I do renters insurance. I do pet insurance. I do auto insurance. I do life insurance in all 50 states. There's somebody going to need that. So always look to put your own ads as well as affiliate ads into your content. If you end up being a part of my membership program that I launch next week, you'll be able to put, as part of one of the levels, you'll be able to place your products and your ads into my magazine. And I get 40,000 unique, that means first-time visitors each and every single month from all over the world. I get 300,000 hits a month. So joining my program is actually better than a Facebook ad, for real. Okay, so now let's talk about Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads, Pinterest ads, all that stuff. Do not go into the ad game until all your systems are set up, okay? If you don't have your book sales ready to launch and deliver digitally, or people get more information and you can handle that, do not do ads, okay? You can actually sell your products better on your own to get started until you can scale. Scaling means grow what you're already making. Do not go into Facebook ads if you don't have any money, because this is what happens. People say, oh, you only need $10. You can start, you can do it a couple. Like Facebook used to be very affordable, you could do 3-day ads, 4-day ads. Now you have to auction, they're auctioning the ad time and ad C, right? But if you are engaging in your own social media and you're blogging, you have the opportunity to see as many eyeballs doing it organically. Okay. And is there a time for Facebook ads? Absolutely. But until you're ready and you have everything in place, don't do it, because you have to follow up and follow up and follow up. Thing with Facebook ads is it actually makes you keep spending so that you can get a return on your investment. So the ones with the larger ad spends make the most money, but they're spending the most money. Okay. All right. So it's 8:23. Are there any questions? Do you have any 360 feedback for me? Because I'm always about the feedback. I ain't got no problems with feedback, child. I'm a Virgo. We have nerves of steel. All right, then. Well, hopefully you are getting noticed when I come live. Make sure you have that blue little bell tinkled over there. Make sure that you are in my Facebook group and connect with me at the Hustle Mama Tribe on Facebook, and make sure you subscribe to my list. I keep saying it to people. Make sure y'all subscribe to my list. Okay. And I love y'all a lot, for real, for real. Okay. I'm not for everybody, but for the people that I am for, you will eat well, right? Okay. I have a question. Good morning, Queen Raven. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Me too. So, okay. I did sign up for the, what is this? The domain name game.
Oh, girl, child. We gonna get it crunk. Bring $20, because the thing I didn't announce about the course is I'm going to be private messaging during the course, so that nobody else gets the domain. I am going to be in my back panel running domain names for you that you give me, and you're going to see how much they're valued privately on your computer. So I'm going, bring $20, because everybody's leaving with a domain name that's worth at least $500. Okay. So go ahead. What was your question, Mama?
I didn't get an email back. I mean, I got my receipt back, but I didn't get email back, so I don't know what platform you're doing it on.
Oh, you're gonna get an email. You'll get an email today, because it's 24 hours before the I do everything on Zoom. So you'll get a Zoom invitation, a Zoom invite. And the reason why it's going to your email is so that other people wouldn't share the invite, and then other people would get in on the class, because you're only allowed to come to the class if you register, and you're only allowed to come to one class. So you'll get an invite in your email that you registered with, a private one.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I guess I better announce that in the group so people don't get antsy.
Because I was like, I know I paid. Where is it?
Nah. It comes 24 hours, and the class is not until tomorrow night. So you'll get it tonight. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Are there any other questions? Good morning. I am Danita, Queen. I am Danita. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Yeah, I can hear you.
This is actually my first time speaking on the stage, so.
Oh.
My question, because I'm actually going to book a consultation with you next week. My therapist is holding me accountable, and it's part of my homework. So I wanted to talk more one-on-one with you with this. But I did send you a message before, and you did reply. And I already have a website. I use Squarespace. So when it comes to blogging, which is new for me, I know you were saying like I could do Blogger, but I hear you talk about WordPress a lot. So I started like with Blogger, but now I'm thinking like, should I just go with the WordPress instead, especially since it's still new?
Okay, so the first thing is I couldn't respond to you because I'm in Facebook jail. So I can't.
No, you did respond.
Oh, I did. Oh, okay, good. All right, okay.
Not replying back is totally fine.
Okay.
Like I said, I want to do a consultation with you. Anyway, so we can have a one-on-one.
Okay. Talk more. All right. So as for Squarespace, I actually used to be on Squarespace. Squarespace is fly. It's beautiful. It's pretty, but it's not functional for building what I teach you how to build. So only WordPress can do that. Now, I did say Blogger because a lot of people don't want to leave their third-party providers like Wix, like Squarespace. So you can do Blogger, and Blogger actually integrates into WordPress, right? So you can merge your blogs so that when you're posting in Blogger, it's also auto posting in WordPress, right? So, but WordPress is where all the magic happens. That is actually where you can create all of your community. Like you can't create a community through your Squarespace site, and you can't create a community through Blogger, but you can create an entire community and infrastructure through WordPress. And yes, you can be new to blogging, but do WordPress, because all you have to do is put up two blogs and let them work for you, you know, because at least it will get you indexed and under your business name, and get you indexed under your name as the author of the blog, and whatever content you're talking about. Even if the first blog is hello, my name is, and it's your bio and your introduction to what you do, then you're tagging those keywords, and then it's getting that indexed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. So I just feel like I should probably just go with WordPress.
Believe it or not, you should. But I don't like to do that. Listen, if you're in my Facebook group, then you already know I'm WordPress junkie. And the reason, and WordPress can be difficult. It's been difficult for me, but that doesn't negate the fact that it's the best, right? It just means that I had difficulty with it, and sometimes it can be difficult, but it doesn't mean that it's not the best. It doesn't mean that it's not the most comprehensive. And it just depends on your goals, because sometimes people, I know I can be overwhelming, right? I'm overwhelming. Listen, I'm like that as a girlfriend too. I'm just overwhelming, right? But I can't help that. Being wealthy is overwhelming. Building an empire is overwhelming. Everybody's not cut out for it. But guess what? Even if you take one or two things that I teach and you earn extra revenue, and it becomes one extra multiple stream of income, or two extra streams of multiple income, that's two than more you had, right?
Right.
It's two more than you had. And that means that it did something to elevate your business, right? And then if you want to go further, then you do the third one. Then you do the fourth one. Like it's all into whatever step you want to take on your journey. But here's the thing. I always tell people, you want to go to new levels, it's a new level of understanding. It's a new level of doing. It's a new level of receiving. It's a new level of conceptualizing. If it were easy, if it were simple, if it didn't take much, everybody would be a millionaire and a billionaire, right? But for those who are ready, who are made for this, who are built for this, and who really want this, they just do it. But guess what? There's nothing wrong with taking 3 or 4 streams of income and letting it stop there, and then just going on back to your business, right?
Okay, yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, like I said, I have to book like at least a 30-minute consultation, because my therapist, she knows my goals and stuff, and she's like, you have to just get ready and go blogging. So no, you have to do that. So before I meet with her next week, I have to meet with you. So I definitely have to set that up.
Oh, thank you so much. And if there's anything I can do to support you, you let me know. It can't be on the DMs now, and I can't even answer on the page no more, but whatever, we'll figure that out. Good morning, Queen Anne Marie. How are you?
Oh, I was unmuted all the time. I'm sorry. Sorry. Morning.
Morning.
My question. I have 2 websites.
Okay.
I'm a WordPress girl. I did my own website about 8 years ago for my virtual assistance business. Everything was fine.
Hey, girl, that's what's up. That's the hand clap.
So I was very proud of myself. But then one of my colleagues, he's a web developer, and he wanted to redo my website, you know, as these people do. So I let him do that. I said, do it on WordPress, because I know WordPress. He didn't.
Of course he didn't. They never do.
I don't like WordPress. I don't care what you like. It's my website. I want to be able to do.
Exactly.
So he did it himself. Now, I have no idea what platform it is. I don't know how to get into it. This was like 4 years ago. So this website was literally just sitting there.
Here, let me see. Give me the domain name. Let me look it up for you.
timebackva.com.
Okay, hold on. Time back version. Okay, so the first thing is it's not secured. Okay, so there's no SSL certificate on it. Okay, so yeah, he used the template. So where is he now?
Oh, he's somewhere.
So y'all are not.
I'd rather not have to deal with him, but if I have to.
Okay, so this is how you want me to tell you how to detach your domain from this website?
Yeah, I want to follow your teachings.
Okay, so where is the domain name? Where did you get it through?
DreamHost.
DreamHost or Bluehost, right? And that's
DreamHost.
Okay, yeah. And you pay a yearly fee to keep it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. If you want, you can email me at thehustlemamatribe@gmail.com. Give me your login and your password, but don't do it until you send me a text message first so that you make sure you don't make any misspellings and send it to the wrong person. So thehustlemamatribe.com, you're going to say, hi, Stefany, and then I'm going to respond. Then you will send me your login and your password. I'll go in and disconnect the domain for you. So we'll never go to this site again.
Okay.
But wait a minute, let me ask you something. Are you doing business in the site? Are people transacting in the site?
No, I don't think the email works, the contact form.
Okay, fine. Okay, so
it's basically just an aesthetic really to say this is my website and this is what I do, but I can't do anything with it.
Right.
But I want to do newsletters, blogs. I want to follow your teachings.
Okay, yeah. You want to set up a WordPress site. Who's your hosting company?
For that one, it's DreamHost.
Okay. All right. So then,
yeah.
Does DreamHost? Let me just see something. I don't really use DreamHost. Let me just look at it real quick.
I want to move to SiteGround.
Okay. Yeah. SiteGround is the best. Yes. DreamHost is nothing more than a Bluehost affiliate offshoot. I'm looking right at it. Okay. Yeah. So when you move to SiteGround, here's the thing. SiteGround is, if you use the link that's in the group, it's $6.99 a month for one website, but it's $9.99 a month for unlimited websites. So if you're going to have multiple websites, multiple businesses, that's the introductory rate. You have to pay a year in advance. So either $80 for the year or $120 for the year or something like that. But after that, it goes to the regular price, which is still only $19.99 or $24.99, something like that. But, and I don't have no skin in that game. I'm an affiliate, so that's it. But I loved SiteGround for a few reasons. And I'm looking at your website because they give you the SSL certificate for free, unlimited, and they do a HTTPS force for free. Other companies charge you anywhere from $10 to $20 a month to get those certificates. And it's free. Oh, wow. It's free with SiteGround. The other thing that SiteGround does is it gives you unlimited emails for free. So other companies will charge you $5 per email or $5 for a month for one email or 5 emails or 10 emails, $5 and $10 a month. SiteGround gives you unlimited for free. So that is worth its weight in gold, even when the price goes up.
Okay.
Okay. And they also have like 250 templates, and they give you WooCommerce. So you can do e-commerce with products and summaries and checkout carts for free. So yeah, that's why I use SiteGround.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll move my other website there as well.
Yeah.
I'm hosting that with a private company, but I'm not happy with their service. So.
No, what you would do is, and SiteGround, if you want to migrate your site from your company so that it doesn't stop your business, $30, child. I did that. When I moved to SiteGround, I paid them $30 for every website, and they brought the websites over for me. I didn't have to do nothing. It took 2 days, and my website went from one company to them.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So that eliminates a lot of headache, and you don't have to build your site all over again at all.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I'll email you today.
Okay, no problem. Are there any more questions? Okay. All right, since there are no more questions, I hope this has proved fruitful for you today. I'll see y'all in the Hustle Mama Tribe. We've got almost just short of 24 hours left on our membership drive, where there's more than $16,000 in products, equipment, services, and a wild card prize for the grand prize winner. But I have 9 runner-up winners prizes that are valued at from $1,000 to $2,000, and there's some other little winners too. So you know me, I'm a giver. That's my love language. So it's never what I promote or market. It's always more than that. It's never what I sell. It's always more than that. It's never the things that you say you that I say you're going to get in the class. It's always more than that. There's always things that I don't promote, that I don't let onto, that you get, that's always in addition to. So anything you get from me, I always over deliver, because I always give things that I don't announce, print, or publicize. So that's it. Thank you for joining today. If you're not comfortable with corporate prayer, I end every single room with prayers and blessings for the people who have listened, because you know why? Prayer works. And sometimes you never know what a person is going through, and things could have changed from yesterday into today. So Father, right now, I come to you with a humble heart, mind, and spirit. I ask first that you forgive me for any sins that I've knowingly or unknowingly committed, so that I can come to the throne of grace and everlasting mercies. I ask that you bless every single person that was on this call today. Bless them going in and coming out. I ask that you give them supernatural anointing and favor as it pertains to their business, the works of their hands, and the trials of their feet. Keep their minds in perfect peace and joy. May you be a hedge of protection around their household and their family. May you continue to work and operate in and through them, through love for humanity, in their gifts, callings, skills, and talents. I ask all of these things in your son Yeshua's holy name. Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. Have a great day, everybody. I love y'all lots. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.